Welcome to Still Alive, where survival is a business and hope is a luxury you can't afford. I'm your host, auditing a high-risk asset named Lyra. This princess stopped waiting for heroes and started writing her own rules. Fasten your seatbelts. The princess is going on a hunt.
They say what a princess should wait in a tower for a savior. I waited for 3 years. The only thing that came was dust and spiders. So I broke the bars, stole some leather, and changed the rules. Now I don't wait for heroes. I find them, and I charge a fee. Take this high elf mage, master of the elements, currently mastered by a common forest spider's web. He's screaming like a spoiled child. "Save me, my lady, I'll give you anything," he cries. Bad choice of words. Anything is a very dangerous price to offer a girl with daggers. I'll take this magic staff as a deposit. 1 idiot saved. 900,000 gold to go. Being a hero is finally starting to pay off. 2 years ago, I was just a trophy in the ogre collector's tower. A precious gem kept in a cage of gold and boredom. My neighbors were other princesses. Princess Rose spent her days talking to a wall. Princess Lily was waiting for a knight who died 10 years ago. Every morning, the ogre brought us expensive silk and rotten food. "Smile, my beauties," he would say. "A hero will come for you, eventually." I looked at the saviors through the window. They were dying from bee stings or falling off their horses before even reaching the gate. That's when I understood no one is coming. The heroes are idiots. The ogre is a jailer, and I am the only one with a brain. I watched a great paladin die simply because he tripped on a loose stone. It was pathetic. I realized then, if I don't build my own strength, I'll die just as foolishly. If the heroes are broken, I'll be the fix, but I need a plan and a map. The ogre keeps one right under his pillow. 1 million gold coins. That's the price of my sister's freedom and my father's debts. It sounds like a lot. To me, it sounds like an adventure. I spent my nights training. No magic, just gravity as in speed. I turned my silk ribbons into hand wraps. I turned my fear into a weapon. I found 2 serrated knives in the kitchen and borrowed some guard's leather. Then I cut my hair. Goodbye, princess. Hello, professional survivalist. The ogre was snoring like a dying volcano. I didn't use the door. Doors are for people who still believe they need permission to leave. I tied my long white scarf to a stone gargoyle. It's not just a gift from my mother. It's a 6-meter rope that smells like my new life. I leapt into the abyss. Gravity is a bitch, but she's a predictable one. A few jumps, a couple of slides, and the ground was mine. I landed in the mud, far from my golden cage. My boots were dirty, my scarf was stained, and for the first time, I felt truly royal. I looked at the dark forest ahead. No more Princess Lyra, the trophy. From now on, I am the one who sets the price for salvation. My first day of freedom, and I already found a customer. A business goblin caught in his own bear trap. I guess professionalism is a very flexible term here. "Help me, beautiful. I'll give you a discount on my services," he yells. I don't want a discount. I want a flat fee for medical assistance and for not calling the exterminators. It took me 10 seconds to open the trap and 5 seconds to audit his pockets. He complained about market regulations. I told him I'm the new regulator. 50 gold coins, my first deposit into the Freedom Fund. Only 999,950 to go. This world is full of idiots in shiny gear. If I play my cards right, I'll be the richest damsel in distress history has ever seen. Why wait for a knight to climb a wall? In 60 pounds of steel, I can do it in 10 seconds with a silk rope and 0 dignity. I don't rescue princesses, I offer an express evacuation service. The first rule, sign the contract. The second rule, don't scream. But where is my prince? They ask. I tell them the prince is busy, dying from a cold, or getting lost in the woods. I'm much more reliable. We left through the window, 2 girls, 1 scarf, and a very confused dragon. I love the smell of a breach contract. In the morning, I delivered her to the nearest tavern and collected my fee. Business is booming. My fund is growing, and my reputation is ruined. Perfect. This is a paladin, a holy warrior, currently defeated by his own helmet. The latch is stuck, and he's been breathing his own sweat for 3 hours. Release me, and I shall grant thee a blessing. He muffled. I don't need a blessing, Tin Man. I need 20 gold and your silence. My pouch is heavy, but my heart is cold. 500,000 gold. Halfway to the goal, halfway to the end of this nightmare. I was counting my gold when a shadow fell over my table. A royal inquisitor, tall, shiny, and smells like expensive parchment and old laws. Princess Lyra, he said, you are practicing heroism without a license, tax evasion, illegal extraction, and disturbing the peace. Give us the gold or hang. I hate taxes, especially when they go to kings who sell their daughters. I rolled for agility, natural 20, I kicked the table into his shins and vanished. The chase went to the rooftops. I'm a cat, and they are heavy dogs in iron boots. My white scarf is the only thing they could see. I vanished into the dark chimney smoke. They want my gold. They'll have to find me first, and I'm getting very good at being invisible. I broke into the royal archive to find my sister's location. Instead, I found a contract signed by my father. He didn't lose me, he sold me. My sisters are held in the Black Citadel. 3 precious gems, waiting for a buyer. My father used the money to fix his throne. What a loving parent. First, I save my sisters. Then, I'll find my father. I don't want his crown. I want him to feel the cold of a dungeon floor. I don't need 1,000,000 gold to buy them back. I have enough to buy information and enough steel to take what's mine. The plan has changed. I'm not a princess anymore. I'm a debt collector, and my family owes me a life. It's time to raid the Black Citadel. The Citadel was a fortress of shadows, high walls, heavy guards, and magical traps. Perfect for someone who doesn't play by the rules. I move like a ghost. 1 guard down, 2 more blinded by my scarf. Silence is my best friend. The Citadel is my playground. I reach the dungeon. My sisters were there, crying in a cage of obsidian. They didn't recognize me. They saw a monster in leather armor. I'm here to get you out, I whispered. I started picking the lock. I was too fast, too confident. I didn't check the floor. A click. Not from the lock, but from a pressure plate. I rolled for stealth and got a natural 1. A magical net exploded around me. The High Treasurer appeared, smiling. Princess Lyra, the Treasurer laughed. You forgot the most important rule of banking. Never gamble more than you can afford to lose. I tried to reach my daggers, but the magic was too heavy. It felt like 1,000 pounds of lead pressing on my soul. Your father says hello, he whispered. He sold you twice, first for gold and now for his own life. You're quite the investment. They took my knives, they took my pouches. They even tried to take my scarf. I bit the guard's hand until he bled. I'm back in a cage, but this one isn't gold. It's cold, damp, and smells like death. A perfect place to start a new plan. They think a princess without her knives is just a girl. They forgot how I got out the first time. Tell my father, his debt just became very expensive.
Debt, taxes, and magical traps. A princess without her knives is just a girl. But a girl with a plan is a nightmare. The Black Citadel is just the beginning. Subscribe and hit that like button to see the audit of her revenge. Don't make me. Send the debt collectors after you.